Black 14! Get set! Head! Blue 30! Blue! Ready? Let's go! Set! 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 Here we go! Ready? Ready, 18! White 53! Huh. Set! Red 54! All right! Set! Here we go! Set! Hut! Black 88! Black 88! Red 29! Set! Let's go! Ready? Get ready! Set! White 80! White 80! Set! Set! Ready? Set! Blue 85!
This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Vols are in the hurry-up.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Tackle is made after the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. The give to the left side. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the
open runway ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to him again. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 7, Oklahoma 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They're going to run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They'll go with a direct snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Vols want to move quickly. To the ground with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Stevenson. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Showing off the arms. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. He'll take a shot. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll throw it on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a... Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Right back to the well.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Brings up
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. Acorn. Terrier.
He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Touchdown Sooners! They take the lead with the 6.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Goes to the option. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. On the option. He'll toss it. At the 45, on its way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the tailback. And the Vols get enough for the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The give to the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Tough sledding in there, picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. The Volunteers are in the red zone. A designed run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
Number 10.
And that's why this quarterback is such a big weapon, guys, because in this area of the field, they can call these design QB runs, get the extra blocker at the point of attack, and go score. And they showed you that physicality there.
On to attempt the try. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At the 27-yard line. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Ready up.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
42 Spider.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On the double.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
25.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Got it.
After the big first down sack, it's second down.
Easy.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Go. Go. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. They're bringing heat. Steps away to find some room. Trying to find his man in the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Got room on the return. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
14.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's still 3rd and goal. On the option, powers through the defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is good! And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And the returner goes down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Trying to find his man on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, that is a throw that is just going to haunt this quarterback. He had his target wide open, running deep. That should be a touchdown, but the QB overthrew him. That is going to haunt this quarterback tonight.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
1st and 10.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are, but when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.